Bright Cutie. Every student matters.
Now, Swami was walking on a road which was very familiar to him. He walked for a mile on the road and then he found the road to be very quiet and it was very lonely. It was very deserted. And in his wandering, he had taken the wrong turn and had mistakenly come over to a place which was not known to him. He wanted to come back to the trunk road, but he could not find the way out. He started missing his home. He imagined the food that the cook made and he started thinking about his mother. The sun began to set and Swami rested beneath a tree and decided to go home. He thought that whatever problems he has had at school did not matter and that he was going to confront everything to his father. He also decided that he would go for his cricket practice because he really missed that. Swami walked back home thinking of all the excuses he was going to give to his parents that where he was. He felt that, while he was coming back, he thought that he was coming towards the trunk road that was known to him, but would always, just run away to the unfamiliar road. Night fell, and since it was night, it was dark, it was gloomy. Swami became more and more nervous, and he thought that his house was very far away. He continued to move, but he thought that there was a ghost that was present around him. He could not understand anything. His senses had stopped working. Swami even started hearing his own name that was whispered through the night, and he saw some monsters sitting under the trees in the shadows. Swami continued to move ahead, hoping that he would come to the trunk road, but he decided to go forward. He had not rested. He had been walking and walking and walking. He started to walk away and he soon found that he was again lost in the middle of the tall grasses. And when he turned back, it was so dark that he could not see anything. Swami paused and he was forced to accept the thing that he was late for. It was very late at night. He was very far away from his home. He does not know where he was. He does not know how to go back home. And he got so afraid that he was not able to walk, and he felt that if he would continue to walk in the dark, that is going to be very dangerous. So, out of all this in his mind, he fell to the ground and started crying loudly, praying that somebody would come to rescue him. And then, in his imagination, he started thinking about elephants, tigers, cobras, all the monsters attacking him. And then he even thought about his cricket. He thought about him playing well and watching his team win. So he was basically hallucinating and thinking that he became unconscious. He lost his senses. Ranga, who was a cart driver, he came out early in the morning and he saw Swami in the middle of that forest, in the middle of that grass. He could not imagine how Swami got to that place and he decided to take Swami to the nearby district forest officer who would decide what is to be done next. Swami got back to his senses, but he did not understand where he was. He thought about his home and then he started thinking about what had happened with him yesterday. He looked around himself, totally confused. He heard, a man who was talking to him and was wondering, he was thinking why his father was there with that man. The man said that his father was going to arrive soon, and that made Swami all the more confused. He was thinking whether the man that he could see in front of him was his father, or was his father going to yet arrive. So the man who was there in front of him was actually Mr. Nair, who was the district forest officer. He recalled, having helped Swami get back to his senses and noticed that Swami was in such a daze and confusion that he did not know where he was from, what had happened with him. And Swami had been talking a lot about everything and anything. Swami was asked by Mr. Nair what day it was, and Mr. Nair told him that it was a Sunday. Swami was very horrified when he got to know that it was a Sunday because Sunday was his match. He asked, Mr. Nair to quickly send him home and that it was a Saturday, not a Sunday. But Mr. Nair again made him believe that it was a Sunday and that he would be sent back home if he explains who he actually is. So you see, Swami was in such a confusion, he was such a daze that he could not remember anything. The only thing that affected him was when he realized that it was not a Saturday but a Sunday and that he had missed his match.